Hi everyone, I am Gautam, I am physics faculty. Now I am going to discuss a problem related to expansions of solids. Expansion of solids. Now if you observe this problem, what the data is given here is related to density. Observe carefully here what they mentioned. Density of substance at 0 degree centigrade is 10 gram per cc. And at 100 degrees centigrade density is 9.7 gram per cc. They are asking us coefficient of real expansion of substance will be. Fine. So, this is the topic connected with expansions of solids in thermal properties of matter. Now, the question is the density at, in the question we notice density at 0 degree centigrade. I am writing it as D naught. Observe carefully here what they told. Density at 0 degree centigrade. 0 degree centigrade is how much? 10 gram per cc. Let me write 10 gram per cc. Next one. What is density at T degree centigrade? That means more than 0 any temperature they have given? Yes. So what is at that particular temperature? At that particular temperature what should I write? That is at 100 degrees centigrade, it is 9.7 gram per cc. Let me write T is equal to 100 degrees centigrade. At that particular temperature density is, now I can write it as how much? 9.7 gram per cc. Generally what we know here is when density is increases, temperature density will increase with respect to temperature decrease. Density will increase if temperature decreases. Density and temperature are inverse relation. Okay, we know all those things. Density is inversely proportional to temperature. Now first density at 0 degrees centigrade. This dt means density at 100 degrees centigrade. Density at 100 degrees centigrade. Sir, why you wrote the data like that, sir? Because generally the formula what I know for the gamma expansions of solids volume coefficient of expansion, that is gamma is equal to d naught minus dt by dt into t. This is my formula. What is d naught here? 10. What is dt here? 9.7. And again I am writing a dt as 9.7 into what is t here? 100. So now if I solve this one, I am going to get the gamma value. I am going to get gamma value. But the problem is they didn't ask gamma value. They didn't ask gamma value. How you know, sir, they didn't ask gamma value? Observe carefully here. Here they are asking as coefficient of linear expansion. Coefficient of linear expansion. Coefficient of linear expansion. That means what they are asking us, sir? Alpha. They are asking us to find alpha. You must not be hurry to give the answer. That is gamma is not answer. Our answer is we have to find for alpha. How alpha and gamma related means everybody knows that alpha is equal to gamma by 3. Because gamma in expansions of solids, alpha is coefficient of linear expansion, gamma is coefficient of volume expansion, gamma is equal to 3 alpha. So in the question they are asking not gamma, they are asking alpha. So alpha is gamma by 3. Alpha is gamma by 3. If you solve that one, you will get the answer for alpha. So you must not be ready to find gamma value and you must not stop there. After finding gamma value, we have to enter for alpha value also. Like that we have to solve this problem. I hope you are clear with this one. The main thing, the formula, direct formula based problem, it is gamma equal to d naught minus dt by dt into t. As temperature increases, density decreases. D naught means, what do you mean by D naught? Density at 0 degree centigrade. Here dt means density at T degree centigrade. What is at T? T is nothing but 100 degrees centigrade. I hope you are clear with this question now. Let us see one more. See here they are telling that at what temperature centigrade and Fahrenheit readings are same. This is very pretty famous question it is. So what is the relation between centigrade and Fahrenheit means C minus 0 by 100 minus 0 is equal to F minus 32 by 212 minus 32. Okay, everybody know this formula. This is the relation between centigrade and Fahrenheit. So here what they have mentioned that at what temperature, they told us at what temperature the centigrade and Fahrenheit readings are same. Readings are same they told. So let us assume, let C is equal to F is equal to, C is equal to F is equal to some X. Let us say it as X. We are assuming it as X. So X by 100 is equal to F minus 32. In the denominator 212 minus 32 means 180. And if you simplify, you will get the answer as X as minus 40. So X what we are getting here? Minus 40. So I can now conclude that minus 40 degrees centigrade is equal to minus 40 degree Fahrenheit. Minus 40 degree Fahrenheit is equal to minus 40 degree centigrade. So it is a very simple problem, but it is a very interesting one also here. The answer is minus 40. Minus 40. So this question is simple. Celsius and Fahrenheit both read same means take C and F value same and substitute in the relation between centigrade and Fahrenheit relation what you know. There just substitute C and F same value X, you will get the answer. That is how we have to solve this problem. So this problem is related to what? Thermometry in chapter thermal properties of matter connection with scales. Now this problem what we discussed related to density of solids. Density of solids. So solids related expansions of solids. Okay, now we'll discuss one problem related to expansion of liquids also. In liquids we have two types of expansions. One is gamma R, other one is gamma A. How they are related? They are related as gamma R equal to gamma A plus gamma C. This is a pretty famous problem. So very simple question also. Now see what is gamma R? Coefficient of real expansion. Coefficient of real expansion of liquid. What is gamma A? Coefficient of apparent expansion of liquid. This is real expansion of liquid, apparent expansion of liquid. What is gamma C? It is related to container. Coefficient of volume, coefficient of container, solids. So this topic is related to solids. And remaining the first two things are related to what? Liquids. These are related to liquids. And the last one, gamma C, what I wrote, that is container. Container means solids. So now my formula is gamma R is equal to gamma A plus gamma C. And last one you observe carefully. I told it is related to solids. In solids, gamma can be written as 3 alpha. 3 alpha. So gamma we can also write as 3 alpha. Because in solids we have linear expansion and areal expansion also along with volume expansion. But in liquids we can't write anything for gamma and gamma A as alpha beta because liquids don't have linear and areal expansions. Solids means gamma C. It is related to solids. So gamma C can be written as 3 alpha C. Alpha C is what? Coefficient of linear expansion of container. Is nothing but coefficient of linear expansion of container. Linear expansion of container. Like that I can write. Fine. This is the formula. So let us observe the question what they have given us. Here they are telling that real coefficient of volume expansion of glycerin. Real coefficient of volume expansion of glycerin means gamma R. That means they have given here gamma R is equal to how much? 0.0000597 centigrade, and they have given it as alpha value as 0.000009 per degree centigrade, and they are asking us to find gamma A. How to find gamma A now? Gamma R is given, alpha is given, gamma A they are asking. So I can write gamma A is equal to gamma R minus 3 alpha. Where did you get from this formula, sir? Nothing here, you observe beta. Gamma R is equal to gamma A plus 3 alpha C. Gamma R is equal to gamma A plus 3 alpha C. From here, actually they are asking us to find gamma A. They are asking us to find gamma A. They gave the gamma R value and they gave the alpha value. So just substitute in the formula, you will get the required answer. So gamma R value is there, alpha value is there. You have to substitute. So just substitute in the formula, you will get the answer for this question. So what they are asking us? Gamma A, gamma R is equal to gamma A plus gamma C we wrote, and we also wrote gamma R equal to gamma A plus 3 alpha C because that's related to container. They are asking gamma A and gamma R and alpha is given. They are asking us to find gamma A. They are asking us to find gamma A. Gamma R is given, alpha value is given. Just substitute those two values, we will get the value of gamma A. I hope you are clear with this liquids question related with gamma R, gamma A and gamma C. Gamma R real expansion, gamma A apparent expansion, these two are related to liquids. And gamma C container expansion, gamma C container expansion, this is related to solids. I hope you are clear with this idea how to solve the problem related to gamma R and gamma A.